Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a fantastic day. So today's upload is going to be a episode on the winter storm, Winter Storm Aubrey. It is a major winter storm. It is named by the Weather Channel, and we forecasted that it was a huge system, and it is a huge system. It's covering many square, hundreds of thousands square miles in the Northwest, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, parts of Minnesota, even parts of Nebraska. I'm pretty sure getting in on this. Basically, heavy snow is expected in the future across a good portion of the Midwest, and I'll just be updating you on this latest forecast. Modeling thoughts, what they're thinking, and what's going on. So consider subscribing, consider liking this video, and I would really appreciate that. So thank you so much for that. But look, we have this system right now somewhere on the Rockies. If you were to look at the radar right now, you can see there's a nice swath of snow through Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota. It's light to moderate snow, nothing too heavy yet. It's kind of separate from this system right here, which is just gearing itself up, bringing up moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. You can see this just sends it full on. And with this, within a couple of hours, once these start connecting, these start combining, look, the heavy snow really starts ramping up across South Dakota and North Dakota and into Nebraska. This leads to really heavy snowfall rates. And yes, the models show very heavy snowfall totals, but, sometimes you have these storms where the models show insane snowfall totals and the snowfall actual amounts aren't that high. This storm, I don't think it will be like that because the forecast amounts by NOAA and the National Weather Service, mainly the National Weather Service, are very high as well. For this season, for this time of the season, it's almost like a record to be putting out up to 30 inches of snow in some locations. That's what they were putting out yesterday and today. So you have winter storm warnings across many of these areas, and you can see that this thing just moves to the north very quickly while this heavy snow band kind of starts moving, with it. But areas across North Dakota, stay under snow for a good while. I mean, they could stay up for 24 to 36 hours. And then the system wraps itself around and kind of loses itself. You can see that it's right there. Then this cold front kind of gets up in front of the system and behind it. So it loses itself and it loses its composure, but still brings scattered snow showers and rain showers across Sunday across the Wisconsin, Minnesota, and into northern Iowa, while also bringing in a good chunk of chillier air, which then also triggers a second wave of cold to come in midweek next week. But then we could start see things warm up in another system possibly next week, and that could be large. But the main focus is on this. So let's look at the total snowfall accumulations. They're pretty high. You could see, they're ridiculously high for this time of the year, quite frankly. We really don't see that snow that strong, that to this magnitude this early that often. You can see 26 to 30 inches across these bluer areas. These green, if you're anywhere you see the green color, if you're under it, that's over a foot of snow, and that could range all the way from a foot to 24 inches, so a foot to 2 feet. Then in the pink, that's around 6 to 12. In that purplish color, that's like 4 to 6, and in that blue, it's like 1 to 3. So, very potent system, and this just explodes in accumulations. Let's go to the NAM model. This one also showing even more potent amounts. Just ridiculous amounts, quite frankly. Look at that, 40 inches of snow right there in a hot spot on the Canadian-U.S. border, which I don't know if that will, actually happen, come to fruition. 40 inches is awful lot of snow, but with the strength of this system and organization that it already has, it's definitely a possibility. But I think widespread 20s, and upper teens are definitely going to be likely. This system has a lot to work with. It has a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. It's still open for business, really. It's only October 9th, so as of recording this video, and the storm will be occurring around the 9th, 10th, 11th. So it still has availability to a lot of moisture, which could provoke it to produce way more snow than a typical system would, and that's what happens in the fall and the springtime, where basically these systems have way more moisture to work with than the winter storms. The winter storms do in the winter time, like December and January and February. So they usually bring much more snow, even though it's kind of counterintuitive, where many people would think not that much snow would be occurring across these areas in October. But when the things come together, it could be ridiculous. So look at this. Potentially historic October winter storm. Yes, we already know that. And then potential for 12 inches or more of snow across. You can see Devils Lake, Langdon, Carrington, Harvey, all these areas. 12 inches more inches of snow. Greatest potential across this kind of this quarter towards a little bit towards the eastern part of the state. But look at these winds as well. 55 forecast wind gusts. So this could be a blizzard, and I wouldn't be surprised if some blizzard conditions or blizzard warnings are going to be issued. So you see, they say blizzard conditions are possible, and they just have to decide whether or not they will be issuing the blizzard warnings or just sticking with the winter storm watches. Right now, I would say this is conservative. This is actually today through Thursday night. Yeah, so you can see that this is actually not I don't think this is the full storm. You can see they have 12 to 18 across a good portion of the state, but I think the full the full amount, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's much greater. I mean, you saw some of the amounts were way higher. It says you can see additional snow accumulation 6 to 13 inches, additionals, and then yeah, so up to 16, I think there will be a lot of 16, 18, 19, 20 inch amounts. And this is again, look at they also include the 24-hour temperature change. You can see. Yeah, so see, this is second round of Friday through Saturday. So basically, this is what they think will happen through Thursday night, 12 to 18. It took me a little bit because, I don't know, I didn't really catch on what they were doing. But if you say you get like 15 inches from this first wave, and you get like a foot more from the second wave, that's already you're at 27 to 30 inches of snow. So that is, that's historic. That's just beyond historic. That's huge. And you can see there's also could be some ice potential, but I mean, look at that 24-hour temperature change, very, very drastic. Bismarck, North Dakota, I think is at negative 39 degrees in terms of temperature change. They're not actually at negative 39 Fahrenheit, but they dropped up to 40, almost 40 degrees in temperatures with this, and this is what's going to be coming towards the other portions of the U.S. like Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, northern Missouri. These all will, states will experience around possibly 20 to 30 degrees of temperature change. And also, I want to point out again those wind gusts. So this is extremely heavy snow event, very heavy. And I don't know if I could. Let's see if we can pull up the radar with this. Let's go to the north, Bismarck, North Dakota radar. This is what the radar is looking as of right now. It's still just getting organized. You can see lots of Wyoming is still snow-free, but there are a few heavier snow bands across. Oh, what is this? Central Wyoming, not in Yellowstone, but close to Casper, Wyoming. So this will definitely start expanding soon, and up here not much either. But also remember that this system will have a lot of Gulf of Mexico moisture, so it's starting to get slowly pulled up there. And I could do a live stream on this if you guys would like that. I have no problem with doing that, and it's fun to be talking with you guys. This is what the CMC Canadian model is showing. You can see up to 40 inches of snow, which would be just ridiculous amounts. Or 30 inches of snow, which would still be just ridiculous amounts. The ensemble members, I don't think they put out. Yeah, they just put out total accumulated precip. We could see, basically what they put out in terms of precip and convert that to snow. It would be very heavy snow amounts. So yeah, this is rightly so named the first winter storm of the season. I'm not sure if the HUR model shows anything yet. Really, it only goes out to several hours. So whatever this shows is, just like the first couple of hours of the system. And you can see that this does not really do justice to, again, what's fully to come. This is only through about the first half of the storm. Remember, there's two pieces to it. And you can see 8, 6, 9 inches, and then it moves up into the North Dakota area. Let's see if we could pull up the radar range / frozen sea. This system it starts organizing itself pretty quickly, and once it does, the snowfall rates could just go through the roof. So this is what the Her model is showing. You can see that they're not really advertising for too much of an organized system, but I think that will change as this thing will really start getting its act together. And notice how, again, on this backside of this, there could be some blizzard conditions without a doubt. I would like to show you the 3KM. Yes, this model it's high resolution. Sometimes it's a little bit more accurate than the GFS and European model, but sometimes it's a little bit more off as it shows a completely different scenario, so we have to be careful for that. But notice how this is kind of like that first wave going on right now, or at least it will start going on soon, and then that second wave with that Gulf of Mexico moisture coming through, and this just spits out huge loads of snow. And this is something that we have to keep an eye on for, as this will be possibly, again, historic. So just stay, look at your local weather forecast, stay with your local weather, National Weather Service. This will be also bringing very chilly temperatures to the rest of the country. Much of the northern and eastern U.S. will be looking at very chilly temperatures after this, and the snow is just one piece to it, really affecting only the upper Midwest, but seems like a good portion of the United States will get. Let's see if we could go back to the U.S. continental United States, and show you the 2-meter temperature anomalies, which basically will show you how much of the country will be below average after the storm, and you can see it's a huge area. So definitely cool off is on its way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider liking the video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya. Bye.